do. Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious morning. Again, the beautiful reminder of choice that you have, that I have, that we all have. And again, what is that choice about? It's about thought. It's about how you're going to think. It's about what you're going to make things mean. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you start living that way, the sooner you'll start this wonderful transformation into living how you would love your life to be. And that, again, is a very important thing for you to get, because that is where everything starts. It starts inside with how you're thinking, with what you're making things mean. And you're the one who gets to shift how you're thinking and shift how you make things mean in your own mind, in your own life. And again, the sooner you connect with that, the sooner you start using that and practicing and exercising it, the sooner you'll be in control of your life. Now, this is something that we talk a lot about, and it's definitely something that you hear from us a lot now. But the big question is, what are you going to do with it? What is it that you're going to shift in your thinking so that you can see those changes? Because that's what the invitation is every single day that we talk about this stuff. Remember, this knowledge that we're talking about has no power in and of itself. The only way that it has power is when you use it. And that right there is so important. That's what we put in the beginning of our program Emergence. We made the golden rule of application the primary lesson, because without application, there is no change. And again, we hope that you grab onto that and use that in your life, because it's important. Now, what have we been studying? We've been studying this beautiful gem here, The Secret of the Ages by Robert Collier. If you don't have a copy of this, get a copy for you. And when you receive it, yes, read it. Yes, study it. Yes, underline. Yes, highlight it. Yes, even memorize it. But again, most importantly, use what's in the book, because that's where the change will happen. All right, so you guys ready to dive into this? You ready to use what we're talking about? Type in the comments, I'm ready if you're ready. You guys ready? I'm ready. All right, let's move into this, shall we? Let's get to work. So I'll go ahead and switch this over. All right, now the page that we're on is page 25. Now, here we're in this phase of talking about the different parts of the mind. Here he says you have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and then what's called the universal mind. Okay. Now here he says the subconscious part in us is called the subjective mind, because it does not decide and command. It is a subject rather than a ruler. Its nature is to do what it is told, or what really in your heart of hearts you desire. See, another way to say this is that it's a loyal servant, but it's not loyal to you. It's loyal to what you have made important. It's no respecter of you. Now, I want you to notice how he says its nature is to do what it's told. Now, the way that it defines what it's told is by what you are holding on the screen of your mind, by what you're making important. And the way to see what you have made important is just look at your results. Remember, your results always tell the truth. Type in the comments, my results always tell the truth. If you're feeling anxious a lot and you're all over the place, that's a result. It always tells the truth about the ideas that you are emotionally involved with. If you're earning more and money's flowing to and through you in increasing quantities from multiple sources, guess what? Your results tell the truth. They tell the truth of what you're emotionally involved with. They tell the truth about what your subconscious mind is connected with. If it's the opposite, where you're not earning a lot and things are pretty much the same, your results tell the truth. They tell the truth that that's what you are deeply emotionally involved with. Now, the best part is you can change it. You don't have to consent to things as they are. See, this is where guidance is important. This is where having the right information is important. This is where constant and steady repetition of the right ideas comes into play. And that takes courage to act on that, especially when you're used to thinking another way, which means you're used to feeling another way, which means you're used to doing things a different way. Now, the subconscious mind directs all the vital processes of your body. You do not think consciously about breathing. Now, let's sit in that for a moment. Notice your breathing. I'm noticing it now. You don't think consciously about it. It happens. Every time you take a breath, you do not have to reason, decide, or command. The subconscious mind sees to that. You have not been at all conscious that you have been breathing while you have been reading this page, listening to me. So it is with the mind and the circulation of blood. The heart is a muscle like the muscle of your arm. It has no power to move itself or to direct its action. Let that one sit for a moment. Only mind, only something that can think can direct our muscles, including our heart. You are not conscious that you are commanding your heart to beat. The subconscious mind attends to that. And so it is with the assimilation of food, the building and repairing of the body. In fact, all the vital processes are looked after by the subconscious mind. Now, again, I want you to notice the automation that's being pointed out here. Man lives and moves and has his being in this great subconscious mind. You live and move and have your being in this great subconscious mind. It supplies the intuition so that often carries a woman straight to a point that may requires hours of cumbersome reasoning for a man to reach. Even in ordinary everyday affairs, you often draw upon its wonderful wisdom. What should I do here? You're looking for ideas, and then the ideas come. Now, with that being said, I will remind you that it's important that you don't look for the ideas when you're in a low vibration, because the ideas that come to you are in harmony with that vibration. The higher the vibration, the higher the level of the idea. Now, with that, but you do it in an accidental sort of way without realizing what you were doing. Consider the case of blind Tom. Now, this is a great story. Probably you've heard or read of him, and if you haven't, you're going to hear about him now. You know that he could listen to a piece of music for the first time and go immediately to a piano and reproduce it. People call that abnormal. Wow, that's not normal. But as a matter of fact, he was, in this respect, more normal than any of us. We are abnormal because we cannot do it. Now, that's a shift in perspective. Or consider the case of these lightning calculators, of whom one reads now and then. Now and then, it may be a boy 7 or 8 years old, but you can ask him to divide 7,649,437 by 36.2568. And he will give you the result in less time than it would take you to put the numbers down on a piece of paper. And when we see that, what do we call them? We call them phenomenal. You call them phenomenal. Yet you ought to be the one able to do the same yourself. Your subconscious mind can. Now, Dr. Hudson, in his book, The Law of Psychic Phenomenon, tells of numerous such prodigies. Here are just a few instances. And now, here we're going to talk about those prodigies. But before we do that, for those who are watching this live stream and are connecting with this and would love to tap into the remainder of this call, which is about 20 more minutes of it, and access the replays, then do yourself a favor and go to elevitality.com and register for Master Your Mind. You'll thank yourself later. Now, let's talk about these prodigies that Dr.